Hello everyone, Shua Stigala here from the Lone Soldier Center at Memory Michael Levin. Thank you so much for inviting us to be part of this year's conference, and we look forward to hopefully being there with you in person next time. Firstly, I'd like to take a moment to thank you all for your continued support for Israel and our organization in particular. Together, we've been able to provide support, food, and housing for thousands of lone soldiers originating from countries around the world before, during, and after their service. In honor of this year's theme, The Blessing from Zion, we asked some of our soldiers to share how they've experienced the blessings of Israel. Here's what they had to say.
Hi, my name is Ron Benayoun. I'm 21 years old from Miami, Florida, and I'm currently serving in the IDF. The reason Israel is where I want to be is not because of heritage and because we're Jewish and this is our homeland. It's because every time I step off the plane when I get to Israel, I feel something. I feel different, some type of spirit. And when people say, oh, I come to Israel, I always feel different, there's a reason for that. There's a reason that happens is because your neshama feels blessed. Your neshama feels like he's home. And that's just why I want to be here. I just feel home. It's like I've been aching to be here, and finally when I'm here, I feel better.
Hey guys, my name is Samantha. I made Aliyah from Brazil 2.5 years ago, and I just got released from the army. I did a service in a search and rescue unit for 2 years. And I wanted to speak about Israel in general. Like, Israel has always been a part of my identity. And every time I traveled in a group or as a tourist to Israel, I felt like home. And only living in Israel, I realized that this is really my home. This is the feeling of making Aliyah. You feel like you're really going to the place where you should be in the first place. And it's a place where everybody welcomes you and strangers help you. And all kinds of things happen that you would never believe.
Hi there, my name is Shlomo Shapiro. I'm currently a soldier in the IDF from New York. Now I live in Yerushalayim. And I wanted to talk a little bit about how Israel has contributed to my personal sense of security and growth as a person. So there's this saying that we have called Achinu Kol Beit Yisrael, that everyone in Israel is a brother, and that usually means that we're all connected, but in the land of Israel, it's even more of a connection, because it doesn't just mean Jews, it means anyone who lives in the land, Jew, Christian, Muslim, atheist, Bedouin, Jews, anyone, we're all together, and we're all looking out for each other. And I know that when I'm walking through the streets, everyone is looking out for me, and I try to give back to the community in the same way. An example really of how people are doing this is there's a joke that the same person who will cut you off in traffic is the same person who's going to help you change your tire. And I think that really is a lesson that the world can learn from, is to really go out of your way to help somebody out and to try to not just always be focused on ourselves. And that's a lesson that truly I see every day in Israel. The thing that I love most about living in Israel that contributes to my sense of self and safety and security here is that as a Jew, I can walk around knowing that anyone that I interact with, like I said, a Muslim, Christian, Jew, everyone is here for the same reason, to contribute to the growth and safety of our country through national service, joining the IDF, or just volunteering around the country, working in the land, through dialogue, talking about anti-Semitism in the world, talking about the conflicts going on here. And the final way that I find is through prayer. And there's so many people of different religions who all are praying for the same thing, for the national security, safety, and the growth of Israel. And that's something that truly, it's a blessing to be able to see, to live here, experience, and be a part of.